watching the show here on Shaw TV, and this is Gerry Barnum. I almost don't even want him to stop. This is awesome. We're going to have an interview with him coming up a little bit later in the show, but I'm Kelly Robinson, your temporary host while Matt Carter is away traveling Europe with his saxophone, and just want to clear up a little bit of a rumor. Apparently his band went on to the Tall Trees Festival and did a gig without him, and they missed him so much they put a photo of him up on the stage with a microphone in front of the photo, and I guess people started to think he had passed away. Rest assured, Matt Carter is not dead. He is alive and well, just traveling Europe, and he will be back for the next show. Just to give you an idea of what's coming up on the show today, Bob's here with the Lions Club. Brian's going to be hula hooping. There's a ukulele festival coming up, and Kayla's going to get the scoop on that. And Colleen Butler is here from Brain Navigators. But first, I'm going to be making some healthy drinks. We've got Biff and Diana here from Rawmbus, and we're going to start off by making a drink called Living Green. Sounds great already. So we'll be back right after this. So I said we were making the Living Green drink. We're not. We're making
the Rock Steady Berry.
All right.
Yeah.
So Biff,
yes.
Welcome. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Anytime. This is great. So tell me a little bit. Let's start with Rawmbus, and what kind of drinks are we making? We're not starting the show off with a heavy drink.
No, we're not making heavy drinks. We're not making unhealthy. We're making healthy drinks. Drinks that, because good morning drinks is what I like to call them. Because if you've had maybe a heavy night out on the town, or whatnot, or actually just when you're sleeping overnight, your body gets dehydrated, it loses its nutrients and everything like that. Everything we have going on is going to replenish your body with hydration and all the nutrients that you leave in your sleep.
Awesome.
That you lose.
Awesome.
So yeah, so it's going to give your day a great start.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with this drink.
Yeah, so the Rock Steady Berry. It's definitely the more sweeter one of the bunch. So if you got a bit of a sweet tooth and you like a mixed berry kind of thing going on, this is definitely the one to start out with.
Awesome.
So we'll start with banana.
All right.
Banana is in it. There.
Okay.
That's the base of it there.
And this is something anybody can do at home, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no, there's no
is this a fancy machine?
Wizardry. It is a blend tech. They're, they're a little expensive, so it might be in your best interest to come down to the Rawmbus shop.
Gotcha.
And visit us for it.
Perfect.
But, if you can.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And Rawmbus, it's a fast food, but a healthy fast food.
It is, yeah. It's a fast food, vegan and raw restaurant.
Nice.
So, and it takes a while to do that kind of food, right? It's time consuming. We cook with dehydrators, right? So that's kind of in itself a little bit of a pun, but yeah, we dehydrate all of our food. So like our pizza, a batch of our pizza for people takes 36 hours.
Wow.
So you're not going to want to sit around your dehydrator for 36 hours, right? To make it happen. But now we have blueberry.
All right.
Just
blueberries. Blueberries. So bananas, blueberries.
Blueberries.
Is there amounts, like you're kind of just measuring
I'm eyeballing it, and really you put in what you want, right? If you want a little more banana, put in more banana.
Sounds good.
We got raspberries.
Nice, my favorite.
Yeah. Blend it up, make it, give that tart kind of raspberry feel to it.
Nice.
And then last but not least, strawberries, which are my favorites.
They are really good too.
I love the strawberries.
Yeah.
Can you give me a hand with that bag?
I sure can. I sure can.
Gloves.
With
the gloves not happening
there
so
you
much.
Go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, so we'll drop those in there. Looking good.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the Piece de la Resistance agave syrup.
I know what this is because my mom wanted me to not have so much sugar in my tea, and she bought me some of that
and
to try.
And you got the agave.
Yeah.
And you probably know this, but the wicked thing about the agave, for people at home, if you have some kind of a weak, sensitive thing to sugar or sweeteners, agave avoids your bloodstream, so it doesn't spike your bloodstream and give you that rush, right? It goes right to your liver, lets your liver process it. So that's nice. And also it's derived from the same plant that tequila comes from.
Oh, really?
So the same thing that gives you that rough night brings you back to life.
Oh, it works like that, doesn't it?
Totally
The universe works like that.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
Right.
So we'll put a little bit of that in there.
Kind of looks like syrup.
It does. Yeah, totally. And last thing, just some water to give it that blend. We usually put roughly about a cup in there.
All right.
And let's see this sucker whiz up.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, it looks like it should be yummy. It's pretty simple, right?
It is. It's very simple and.
Right, into the magic machine.
Into the magic machine.
So this works a little bit better than a blender, like you say.
It does. It really rips it up, and it's got a lot of different speeds. So if you want a different consistency in there, if you like there's a little smoother, a little more liquid, you know, you kind of got a few options.
Okay, so how do we rip it up as quick as we can? Because we can't talk once we rip it up.
No, we can't. We can't.
Right.
We're gonna hit pulse.
Okay.
And this is like gonna be going light speed.
All right.
So get ready.
Okay, ready?
Okay, go. Whoa.
Wow.
Look at that, eh?
That
Just
is ripping
runs
it up.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's nice and quick. And give it one more little zap there.
All right.
Wow. And let's see what we got here.
All right.
All right. Ooh, look at that,
Oh,
eh?
it smells good.
I want to give you some in our nice Rawmbus cup.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Look
that's
at
a
that.
lot. Maybe I'll just have a little
Just a
try.
teeny bit?
Maybe
Well,
I'll put some in a little cup so I don't waste it all.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just take a sip there.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
That's okay.
Okay. That's actually really good because I was kind of afraid I don't like bananas.
Yeah.
But this is actually really good.
I know, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I know, it's kind of got that.
Yeah, no,
just really sweet
this is
mixed
awesome.
berry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we have about a minute left here.
Okay.
And I just want to let people know kind of a little bit more about Rawmbus and raw foods and like why is this so much better than stopping to get a hamburger at lunch or you know like
something like that.
You know, this is breakfast, right?
And I'm not saying get it in a hamburger's wrong, and that's the one thing that Rawmbus is all about. We're for the everyday man. We're not trying to sell you a lifestyle. We're just like a nice healthy option, right?
Awesome.
But the great thing about it is refueling your body with the proper nutrients and staying hydrated. Because in all of our smoothies and a lot of our foods, we have great foods to hydrate you, right?
Awesome.
So that's one thing. Keep your joints lubed up, everything going, and yeah, don't be afraid to come down.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be back in a little bit later with Diana, and she's going to be making the living
green smoothie. That's right.
That's right. So
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to that towards the end of the show. But right now, we're going to throw things over to Bob with the Lions Service Club.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Biff.
Yeah, you bet.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kelly. And today, welcome to the Rotary segment. And we're doing something a little bit different today. We're venturing into other service clubs in our community. And I have with me today Mike Phillips, who is the president of the Gabriola Island Lions Club. Welcome, Mike, to the show, and glad to have you here. Like Rotary, Lions clubs are in so many countries, are same as Rotary all around the world?
All around the world, just about in every country.
Every country? There's a few that are not, though. Is there? Like same as Rotary, yeah. And how long have you been a Rotary member in Lions, Mike?
I've been in Lions about 8 years now.
Have you? Yeah. And you're the president at the moment, are you?
I am the president until July the 1st.
Oh, that's what you told me. This is your, how many years now you've been president?
Well,
too long.
Too long.
Too long. And how many members have you got in your club, Mike?
We have 34. The youngest is 30. The oldest is 90. Who's a real workhorse at a 90-year-old. 90 this
Really?
week. Absolutely amazing. Half women, half men.
So, if we could just think for a minute, how is Lions different than Rotary, or is there a lot of similarities between us?
No, I think all the service clubs are working to help in their communities, and I think it takes all the service clubs to do all that that can easily be done, that needs to be done, and everybody's working for good things. So I don't see the Rotary as a competition in any way. We're helping out.
So, like Rotary, you also mentioned, we were talking earlier about the foundation. Like Rotary has the foundation, where as a Rotarian I pay $1,000 into the foundation and I become a Paul Harris Fellow. Do you have something similar along those lines?
We do the same thing to recognize Lions that have done worked really hard.
Outstanding. Oh, yeah. And that money goes into a fund and gets used for projects around the world?
Just gets held back. It gets used for all sorts of things.
Wonderful. Same. Well, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the fundraising that you do on the island. And there's one major one we're going to talk about later. But the basic fundraising that you're involved in now, Mike, what are you involved with?
Well, our fundraising comes from several areas. It's a big concert that we'll be talking about. We actually run one of the world's best golf tournaments in August. We do all the usual pancake breakfast. It's great fun.
And I noticed when I'm doing some research that at Christmas time, you have a captive audience that you grab at the ferry lineup for people to contribute to the food hampers. Are they aware that that's what you're doing, and come prepared? Or
it's always pouring rain. We hold out the bucket, the windows come down, the cash goes in the bucket, and we move on to the next car.
Oh, so it's all cash, not food stuff. Oh, that's a great idea too.
And then we buy the food for the food bag.
And you know, there's another really interesting thing as well too. It was in the bulletin just the other day, a great article about the community health center that you were involved in and the whole community was involved in. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we've taken control of our own healthcare on Gabriola. The community has got together, built a large clinic. We've attracted good doctors. We're going to get one more. The outcome is we have urgent care now, good urgent care. And shortly, every Gabriolan who wants to have a family doctor will have one, which is very rare. We've done it all with free labor, donated materials, and 1.4 million cash raised from the small community.
Wow, that's incredible.
Quite a story.
And you've got a helipad there too, I think, don't you? Yeah, as well.
We've got a
great.
helipad, and
That's
we're
fabulous.
6 for 6 on using the helipad.
So let's talk briefly now. The major fundraiser that your club has is called Concert on the Green. When does that take place, and the dates, the times, and so on?
Thursday, August 9th. Gates open at 4. The concert starts at 5 with a new Gabriola country band, Country Green. And then at 6 exactly, we're using Abracadabra, who are an ABBA tribute band, and they are great. It's a family concert. It's really reasonably priced to get in. Kids are free.
Kids are free?
Kids are free. We have everybody from babies to great-grandparents there, and it's a fabulous, fabulous
Food concessions
show.
is available as well?
Food concessions
What
as well.
about people getting back and forth on the ferry? Is that allowed? Like, how do you arrange that?
Well, unfortunately, you do have to pay to go on the ferry, but the service is excellent. There are lots and lots of trips, and if you're stuck, you talk to the Lions, and we'll pick you up and take you to the course.
So the idea then would be leave your car on this side and walk on as a foot passenger.
You don't need to. There'll be lots of room going home after the show on the ferry.
Oh, okay.
But we can arrange some transportation if we have to.
Great. So if anybody would like more information, they can go on the website, lions.gabriola.org. Is that right?
Just type in Gabriola Lions and it'll come up.
Oh, okay. Well, Mike, thank you very much for being on the show today. And as our viewers can see, there really is a lot of similarities in the service clubs that are in our community and the important role that they play in the community helping other people. So from Abracadabra on the Concert on the Green to music, now we're going to go on our studio. We heard them play a little bit before, and we're going to have at the top of the show, but now we're going to have Gerry Barnum's song, The Stronger.
I've been thinking wrong for half of my life. That's a little too long, but I'm finally getting it right. I've been holding on to nothing at all. Trying to loosen my grip since I heard love's call. And it's stronger every day. My heart is beating stronger every day. I go where it leading me. And all of these words, they've been spoken before, but I'm saying them out right now. I'm shouting out an open door. Jesus and Marley were right, there's only one love, nothing else in this world worth singing about. No more. Stronger every day, my heart is beating stronger every day. I go wherever leading me. Stronger every day, my heart is beating stronger every day. I'll go wherever it leading me. singing them out from my heart, shouting out an open door. Jesus and Marley were right, there was only one love. Nothing else in this world worth singing about no more. Stronger every day, my heart is beating. Stronger every day, I go where it leading me. Stronger every day, my heart is beating. Stronger every day, I go where it leading me. To life as a lover, to the heart of another. With my eyes still discovering I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way. Stronger every day.
I'm here with Cora Schiller, who is with Shasta Hoop Fitness, and we're here to talk about hooping, or what people might have called hula hooping. Cora, can you tell us a little bit about hooping and the history?
Well, hooping, most people remember hooping back in the late 50s when the Wamba hoop came out with 100 million hoops. And it came out more of as a form of play, but now hooping has come more globally as a sport. Everything from stretching, cardio, to yoga-inspired movement, and beyond.
There's a couple different kinds of hoops. You have one and I have two different sizes. Do they mean something different?
Depending on, because hooping, like I said, is so much more than just waist hooping like people think that it is. The size of the hoop, depending on the techniques that you're going to be doing, is it a cardio class, are you doing stretch, really does make a huge difference. And for those that are struggling with the beginning basics of learning how to waist hoop, a larger hoop with a little bit of weight is going to be so much easier for their learning curve. And everyone can hoop.
Well, maybe we should get you to show some of the technique here.
Okay.
And I'll step back away.
I'm actually going to use this little bit of a larger one so I can actually talk and hoop at the same time, which people that know me, I am hoop obsessed. I do everything hooping. So first of all, when you start hooping, you're going to push into side points on the waist, or you take your left foot or your right foot forward and you take that front and back motion. Eventually you learn to turn with the current of the hoop, just like a dance partner, or kind of the basic movements in hooping. For those that struggle with hooping, tend to go in a circular motion, which is more of an advanced movement that brings your hoop in a traveling motion.
Wonderful. You do classes, and where are those classes right now?
I teach regular ongoing boot camp style classes. Don't get scared by the word boot camp for people that aren't maybe into boot camp. Little bit of kind of that technique for a couple songs. Then we do a lot of other yoga-inspired hoop stretch, cardio. Hooping is not just on the body, so a lot of hooping we'll also do is a lot of arm techniques, doing a lot of figure-8 formations, taking the hoop different directions, beyond just basic waist hooping. So it's open to all levels of fitness and ages.
And I understand you have children in your classes and someone as old as?
My regular ongoing classes are adult oriented from the preteen to an adult, but because hooping is taking off all over the world, I am getting asked for a lot of younger kids classes, which I am doing birthday parties and gatherings. But the youngest hooper I've ever seen is 2 years old, my niece. She's 2 and she hoops and hoops with a little tiny hoop about this size. And the eldest lady in my class is 71, and the oldest I've seen hooping is 94. So it is not an athletic or age thing.
There obviously must be some benefits physically for someone who does hooping regularly.
There's endless benefits, of course. Most people want to know if they're going to get really trim in their belly by hooping. But the main thing you need to learn when you're learning to basic waist hoop, or just in day-to-day life, standing is engaging our cores anyways, even before I engage in using this hoop. That will help you get more skilled by really toning and squeezing your tummy muscles when you rotate that hoop around you. standing nice and tall, and just gently going side to side through the feet. It's also a huge increase in flexibility, your strength. It kicks in your serotonin and dopamine like you would a long distance runner. So it's actually very calming for people that are maybe going through some hard times, breathing, high stress. It's actually very relaxing and soothing.
Good. Well, let's get you back doing some hooping, and then maybe I'll try that in a second.
All right.
I want to
I'm
see what
passing
you
that
can
back.
do. Okay, let's give you the...
So you take the side points, side to side. You learn to rock that hoop front and back.
I just can't get too close, so I might get hit.
Don't get too close. There is a thing called ninja hooping. Yeah, you learn to take it up the body, off the body. Now this is a large hoop, for instance, so it's going very slow for me.
Okay.
So this is my favorite hoop.
Okay.
This one is just a lot easier and lighter. It's got mobility and flexibility for my style of hooping, I guess. So I've become more skilled at using a lighter hoop. These are things, don't get scared. I couldn't hoop either. I actually couldn't basic waist hoop when I started. And I started with a hoop actually this large when I started. And the goal is not to hoop with a hoop that's small, other than I can, so I do.
Well, let's see if I can try this, and you can tell us and tell the audience where they can reach you.
I teach hoop fitness classes out of Qualicum, Parksville area. I do travel up and down the island. You reach me through Shasta Hoop Fitness at shaw.ca, and I am on Facebook. Find me, post me. I would love to do birthday parties for your children, girly gatherings, get your husbands out moving those hips. I would just really hoop with us, so please be in touch and ask.
Hopefully this interview ends early, because I may not get going further.
Yeah, pushing hips. I do retail professional weighted hoops because it really does make a learning curve as to the size and the weight of the hoop. Just like your favorite.
And your email address and your website or your Facebook site is listed?
It's listed, and once again, it's Shasta Hoop Fitness at shaw.ca, and post me on Facebook at Shasta Hoop Fitness. Come out and get your hoop on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And we'll go some ukulele music on our main set.
Hi. Do you want to play? Oh. It's great. Thank you so much. I'm here with Anna LYMAN and ELISE
Boulanger.
Boulanger. Thank you so much. Let's just jump right in. Anna, how long have you been playing?
I've been playing ukulele only about 2.5 years, just coming on 3. But I was a guitar teacher for 30 years. And some of the skills do transfer over.
Okay. Why the ukulele?
Well, it started when I injured my hand. A student, I'm a voice teacher as well, and that's my major is voice. And my voice student brought his ukulele to class. He kept bringing it, and its voice just captivated me. I had to have one. I said, I can play that. I'm going to get one of those.
So you've come so far in 2 years, and you're teaching, I understand, you're teaching it now to the next generation. ELISE, when did you start?
Well, I started beginning last summer. I taught myself, and then my neighbor actually, she told me about Anna, and so I asked for ukulele lessons for my birthday actually, and then so I've been taking a few ukulele lessons and I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's cool. Do you have any other musical background?
Yes, I'm a classically trained singer, and I'll be going to Victoria for the conservatory there in September to further those studies.
Awesome. Now, Anna, how did you become involved in Alohafest?
Okay, that's a little bit of a story. After beginning to play the ukulele, I started a ukulele club, the Nanaimo Ukulele Circle, and I just wanted to get a lot of people interested in the ukulele and to come out and sing and play. There's a lot of people who maybe didn't finish piano studies or guitar studies. The ukulele is a very inviting instrument. The learning curve is a lot easier, it's shorter, and believe me, it's a lot more fun.
So what's the turnout like for Alohafest? And how many years has this been going on?
This will be the second year. Last year we had a one-day event, just 2 workshops and the concert. And the concert was free in Mafeo Sutton Park. This year we're going to have an event in Parksville on the beach on Friday the 27th. Then the 28th we're going to have 2 workshops with my cousin Kimo Hussey, who is a Hawaiian ukulele master. He's someone who travels all around the world playing the ukulele and giving workshops. And he's going to be doing 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. And then in the evening, we're going to be going to the Front Street Grill to hold the evening concert with Kimo Hussey and my ukulele duo, Jazzalele. The co-producer of the festival is Steve Sutton, and he's someone who also has played the ukulele about the same amount of time that I have. And he teaches ukulele in Victoria.
Okay, so you mentioned your cousin. Is there a story there?
There is. Okay, I've been studying with a ukulele master named Kimo Hussey, and I was doing my genealogy, and I saw the deed to Nantucket, Massachusetts, which is where my mother's side of the family had come from. And reading through the deed to Nantucket, I saw the name Christopher Hussey. So I followed his genealogy down, and it turned out that one of his descendants went off to Hawaii and never came back. So I called my ukulele teacher from Hawaii and I asked him if he was related to this man. He's directly descended from him, which makes us cousins.
That is so interesting. What a small world. So would you ladies mind showing me some basics? I've never played an instrument ever, so I'm a little intrigued.
Okay. It's a good thing to start with a really simple chord. This is the C chord, and you can play it with your 3rd finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret.
Okay.
And the ukulele is played with the index finger, not the thumb. A lot of times when people switch over from the guitar, they play it with the thumb. The ukulele is played with the index finger, and you pretend that there's water on the end of your finger and you want to get it off. So the ukulele is a percussive instrument. And we actually have another use for the thumb. That's called the triple strum. It's a Hawaiian technique. Okay, let's show her the F chord. So it's only 2 fingers.
Okay.
This is very easy. You can do it even if you have arthritis.
They definitely sound beautiful together. All right, I think we have time for you to do another little song if you'd like.
Okay. I'm going to
Take us out.
La Cucaracha.
Okay, that's a fun one. So if you want to find out more about Alohafest and the Yuki Circle, check out www.alohafest.ca as well as www.ukicircle.com. This is Anna Lyman and Elise Boulanger. Thank you for coming, ladies.
Thank you.
Make sure you check out Alohafest. And we will be back with the show after these messages.
Hi, I'm Robert Davison from Top Shelf Feeds, inviting you to watch Top Shelf Feeds Pet Tales, only on Shaw TV.
An entertaining look into the world of pets and animals, whether furry, hairless, feathered, or even scaled. We cover them all. Tune in for tips on how to care for your animals or fall in love with the SPCA pet, featured on every episode of Top Shelf Feeds Pet Tales, only on Shaw TV.
Whether you're pursuing a television career or looking for a new leisure activity, we invite you to join the Shaw TV Volunteer Program. You can gain valuable hands-on experience and acquire skills ranging from camera to floor directing. We're looking for high school or college students or adults who are eager to learn. Shaw TV is currently accepting volunteer applications. Contact us today.
And now, back to the show, only on Shaw TV.
I don't care no more. It's all the same to me. I'm satisfied with who I'm coming to be. But everybody got their own way to rockin' for living it in that time. Ain't trying to tell you what you gotta do, just tell you what to do in life. I'm gonna save her love, save her love.
That is the amazingly talented Gerry Barnum, and his interview is still to come on the show. Also still coming up on the show, Lynn Wood from Oceanside Hospice is here, and we're going to learn how to make a healthy summer drink, the Living Green one, with Diana from Rawmbus coming up real soon. But first, I'm going to throw things over to Bob, who's standing by with Colleen Butler from Brain Navigators.
Thanks, Kelly. And today you've heard about concussions in sports and how it affects one's life. But what about someone who was T-boned by a 5-ton truck and suffered traumatic brain injury? Please welcome today Colleen Butler from Brain Navigators, who saw that truck coming at her before she was T-boned. Welcome, Colleen, to the show.
Thank you, Bob.
And you know, after that really unfortunate accident, you recovered and found a little bit of knowledge, or very little knowledge, I should say, about treatment. How did you cope with trying to get yourself back on track again?
Well, I think to start with, you're just devastated because I became so afraid of all the crazy thoughts and the terrible things that were happening, because I went from being so happy, so content. I remember it was a hot sunny day and I was sitting outside and I was just going, oh, thank you. I'm the luckiest girl in the world for everything that I was able to do. I drove out my driveway up to houses and wham, I was thrown 200 feet down, came back, and only to hit the vehicle itself.
So were there any tools that you were able to find that were at your disposal at that particular time?
Actually, there was nothing. I was given a little pat on the shoulder, and they said, you may have a little bit of soft tissue damage, you're fine. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They just fall between those cracks. There is no tests that will actually come up and identify that you do have an injury.
From that lack of, sorry, Colleen, but from that lack of support that you learned led you to develop a practical workbook. Tell us a little bit about that book. You've got one here with us today.
Yes, I do. Well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the fear out of it, and I wanted to let people know that although their heads, and they may be having crazy thoughts and having trouble sleeping or lose their boundaries and their expectations, or maybe their speech, their motor skills, it does come back. Our brains are incredible. When we feed our brains the right nutrients and we get the stress out of our lives, and your focus when you have a brain injury is 100% on healing yourself. You cannot worry about anything else. And there is no drug that is going to help you. And actually drugs, once the bleeding is under control, if there was bleeding,
there is looking at some of the research I did on your website and on your news release, rebuilding the brain is like defragging your computer. That's a really good analogy for you.
That is exactly right. That's what happens. All of our programs that we've been raised with, our thoughts, our belief patterns, they're all demolished. It takes harder for the messages to go through our brain because they're cut and severed in spots.
So build it all back up again.
Building it right back up again and making certain that we have the right nutrients to be able to do that.
And now we get into the nutrition and so on. Is that, and all the other aspects of day-to-day life, is that in your workbook?
Yes, it is.
Things to eat and what not to eat and that sort of thing?
That's exactly right. I look at getting you on the right track each book and each chapter is written so that you don't need to know what was in the previous one. And there's little diagrams and stuff like that in it so that it's an easy read and you can pick it up if you're having trouble with sleeping, if it's sex and intimacy, spirituality.
You're right back on track again.
Yeah.
There's one other question. I don't know, it may or may not apply, but people who have gone through post-traumatic stress disorder, is that something that your workbook would be advantageous to help them as well?
Yes, I've given them several techniques in the book, and they can just go ahead and follow through there. There's several different things that you can do. And I just really go against anything that isn't natural because our brain is so sensitive and so tender. It really does need to have to be done naturally.
So you have a really busy life, raising 2 sons, and you were a building contractor, and I understand you don't do that anymore. So, but when do you find time to do all this research to develop a book?
Well, when you're the guinea pig, it comes up, and there's so many people that come through you, and it is exceptionally rewarding because you can go and give people hints and direct them so fast, and they're back on their feet again.
You know, we've run out of time. I'm really sorry, Colleen, but there's so many things that I would like to go, but thanks to people like yourself and the general public, I know there's a website that we can go to find more information. Thank you very much, Colleen, for coming and spending some time with us today, and make sure that our viewers do visit the website and look, and much success in your future endeavors. Okay, thank you very much, Kelly. And now let's go back to Kelly.
Thanks, Bob. We have some summer programs to let you know about. The Headliners School of Performing Arts, they have a few different programs going on. One-day theater workshops, You Think You're Funny improv workshops, acting for stage, and so many more. You can find all the information about their many different programs on their website, which is headliners.ca. And also, the Nanaimo Museum has some summer activities. There's miners' cottage tours and an old-fashioned school where kids can take a step back in time and learn what the classroom was like 100 years ago, which is probably forever for kids. And you can find more information about the museum's activities at www.nanaimomuseum.ca. And they have all sorts of things going on, including making sundaes on Sundays down at the Bastion. Lots of fun. I'm going to pass things over now to Andrew, who's standing by with our feature musician, Gerry Barnum.
Thank you, Kelly. And as you heard at the top of the show, Matt Carter will be back next week. I thought I saw him on his picture on the back of a milk carton, but I guess I was mistaken. It's probably some other Matt Carter. But can't wait to have you back next week, next time, Matt. And yeah, we're here with Gerry Barnum, a legendary man in the music business in Vancouver Island. And thanks for coming, Gerry.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome. So you've been playing many years. What inspires you to do what you do?
Just the love and the energy and trying to figure out a song and a musical interlude and the difference between. And anyways, yeah, just love of music and playing with people. Always enjoyed that.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. Now, you're in a jug band. I don't even know what a jug band is.
Well,
explain that to me.
A jug band basically is an array of kitchen gadgets. This is one of the mainstays of a jug band, a little bit of washboard. You might have a wash tub bass, which is basically a wash tub with a stick and a cord going down into the middle, boom, boom, boom. Sort of a poor man's maybe Dixieland band, something like that. And generally a banjo in there and some spoons and that kind of a thing. That's a jug band, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And you've got a guitar that's apparently a 1935 Gibson?
Yeah, I've had this guitar actually since I've been about 14 years old, and I've been playing it ever since. It's quite a committed relationship. I affectionately refer to it as the Missus. And yeah, 1935. I was doing a gig one time, and some guy said, during the break, there's an old fellow, he said, "Oh, old guitar, what is it, Gibson, eh? What year is she?" And I went, 1935, and he goes, "Did you buy her new?" So I thought, okay, that was, maybe I should get some sleep or something. But anyways, I put a lot of miles on it, and it's been a great friend, actually, through the years. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you've got a CD coming out. It's called In One Step, or sorry,
Step On In.
Step On In. It says
Step On In.
Step On In. And you can find that on iTunes, is it on iTunes?
iTunes and CD Baby
on
and
on your website,
local, local
GerryBarnum.com. You're playing a show at the Dingy Dock Pub.
That's right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, actually, the Dingy Dock. I haven't played there for a while, a few years ago. Anyways, with Dane Letourneau and Edward Lee, I'm looking forward to playing with both of those guys. So.
Excellent. That's July 31st.
July 31st.
Thanks for coming, Gerry. Take it away. You already heard a preview of the song earlier.
Yeah, that's right. My musical interlude turned into a song. Yeah.
But go ahead with the whole song. It's called Savor Love. And thanks again, Gerry.
So where was I? I'll just pick it up on verse 2. Precious time is wasted, so little left to live. Kinda quick on the judging, ain't we mighty slow to forgive? But everybody got their own way to rock it, forgiving it in their time. Ain't trying to tell you what you gotta do, just tell you what to do with mine. I'm gonna savor love, savor love when it comes down. I'm gonna savor love, savor love when it comes down. Yeah, come on down. Savor love, come on down. Savor love, Lord knows when it come down. Well, the moral of my story is just as plain as me. Savor life and savor love, that's all that's left for me. But everybody got their own way to rock and for living it in that time. Ain't trying to tell you what you gotta do, just tell you what to do with mine. I'm gonna savor love when it comes down. I'm gonna savor love when it comes down. Gonna savor love when it comes down. Sometime it come on early or in the midnight hour with the sweetest whisper or a mighty, mighty power. Savor love when it comes down.
That is the amazingly talented Gerry Barnum playing his song Savor Love. It's time now to talk about some of the animals, and this is my favorite part, of course. The Nanaimo SPCA has some summer camp programs for kids, and you know, it's just important for kids to learn how to care for animals at such a young age because it makes them be better pet owners when they're older. And so for more information about the SPCA Summer Camps, contact Rachel Evans, and her email address should be on the screen for you. The Nanaimo SPCA also has the SPCA Paws for Cause walk, and basically it's across BC. Shelters will be walking. People will make teams. They will have their co-workers or friends, and they can collect pledges online, and all the money goes to helping the homeless and abandoned animals in your community. So definitely, if you haven't signed up for a team yet, it's great. It's on September 9th. You have lots of time to sign up and raise lots of money for a great cause. Keeping with the animals here, Petroglyph Animal Hospital in Nanaimo is celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they're hosting a barbecue where the public is invited to come out, and that is going to be on July 21st at Petroglyph Animal Hospital. It's time now to pass things over to Brian, who's here with the Oceanside Hospice Society.
Well, I'm here today with Lynn Wood, Executive Director with the Oceanside Hospice Society, and we're here to talk about their services, their programs, and an upcoming event. Lynn, can you tell us a little bit about hospice for those who don't know about it?
With pleasure, Brian. I think hospice is something that most people don't think about until they need it. I know the reason that I got involved with hospice was because my father was sick and passed away. And even though I was retired at the time, I thought that perhaps I could help and contribute something to the organization. Oceanside Hospice serves the area from Deep Bay all the way down to Nanaimo, and we provide volunteers to the Nanaimo General Hospital as well. The services that we provide are kind of a basket of different types of things that people need at end of life and that their caregivers and their family members need as well. We will do a needs assessment and referral to other services. We have a lending library. We loan out medical equipment like hospital beds and walkers and that sort of thing. We will provide volunteers to go into the home to companion with someone who is feeling isolated because they're ill and have to be in a hospital bed. And we'll provide very practical assistance like, you know, grocery shopping or reading to someone or even playing music for them so that they have some enjoyment.
I suppose there's a great demand on your services in this area?
We have found that because of the aging population in the Oceanside area, I think about 57% of the population is over 65 in Oceanside, that we do have a lot of clients from the Oceanside area. And in that we don't have a residential hospice located in Qualicum Beach, where our outreach center is, we do find that most of the services are either provided in the home or at the long-term care facilities or at the hospital. So we do find we're busy every day. We have 3 part-time staff and 100 volunteers, and they're fabulous. They go out and they do Reiki and healing touch for people to create a relaxing environment for them. They'll go to the palliative care unit down at the hospital and sit with someone if the family members need to be away for a period of time while the person is in hospital. So yeah, we do have quite a demand on our services.
And all this demand has extra costs. The funding for hospice, maybe people don't understand where that comes from.
Yeah, thank you for asking. It's probably not understood that we're not part of the medical system. We're a nonprofit, we're a charity, and most of our funding comes through fundraising efforts, donations, bequests, that sort of thing. We do get about 3% of our funding from the Vancouver Island Health Authority to provide training in advanced care directives, which is about your wishes at end of life. But the rest of the money we have to fundraise for, and of course that's a huge challenge for us because 3 staff and just volunteers, we have to put on events and galas and that sort of thing.
Well, I guess that brings us to the project you've got coming up,
yes.
And that's a golf tournament?
Yes, it is. I don't know if you can see this small poster that I brought. We have the 15th annual Hospice Golf Tournament, which takes place on July 21st. It's at the Fairwinds Golf Tournament, or golf course. We found that it's very popular in that we provide a lot of entertainment and a lot of fun for those people who come to the golf tournament. We have many, many prizes. We have some active volunteers who've been out, you know, talking to all the local businesses and getting community prizes brought in. We have a hole-in-one contest, which will award a Buick Verano, courtesy of Harris Oceanside GM, and we have a $10,000 courtesy of Parksville Chrysler, a prize of $10,000 if you get a hole-in-one. So I'm not a golfer, but I'm inviting people to come and try their luck. For those who are not golfers, we have wonderful dinner. Fairwinds provides a wonderful buffet, and last year we had salmon and steak. This year we'll probably have some other treat. And we have many, many prizes, live auction, silent auction, that sort of thing.
Great fun event,
yes.
Worthy cause for
yes,
everyone in both Nanaimo and in the Parksville Qualicum area.
Yes.
Again, the date is?
It's July the 21st. It's a Saturday, and we start registration on site at 11, but you can contact us to register in advance.
And through your website and
yes.
through your email?
Yes, that's right, or call the office.
Okay, well, there's many other projects, and I guess they can look on your website to see what's coming up in activities and programs, but what I think they all realize is that hospice, no matter whether it's in Oceanside or in Nanaimo, serves a distinct purpose here in our own community.
Yes, and we're hoping that through some of our projects that are coming up, we have one on September the 25th and 26th, that we may be able to provide more public information on our services.
Well, that's great information, Lynn. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate it.
And maybe I'll turn it over to Kelly on the demo set. I think the drink was looking very good last time. I'd like to get a taste of it this time.
Too.
Awesome. Well, you might just have your chance, Brian. Right now, I'm here with Diana from Rawmbus. And Diana, you also teach raw food classes, so you know a little bit more about the importance of getting this kind of stuff into your diet.
Yes, definitely. People usually come at a time when they're trying to incorporate more more healthy foods into their diet. Same with people who come to Rawmbas. They're looking at how can I eat healthier, because there's not very many healthy places to eat. So what I suggest, and what's one of the easiest ways, is to start with a smoothie. As Biff said, a smoothie in the morning is great because you need to hydrate yourself, as well as you need all the nutrients for the day to last through your day. So it is the quickest and easiest way to incorporate more healthy and more raw foods into your diet.
Awesome. All right, so we're making the living green
Yes, we're
smoothie.
making the living green. And this is something I teach in my classes, and I haven't met one person that did not like this smoothie.
Okay.
Not one.
But you've got fruit and vegetables.
I have, yes. So a green smoothie is what I would like everybody to get into first thing in the morning, is a green smoothie. And this is something that you probably won't taste. So you're going to taste the goodness of all the fruit, and you're really not going to taste a strong spinach flavor. So I'm just going to cut an apple here.
Awesome.
This smoothie has an apple in it also.
Awesome.
Apple. And we always start. At Rawmbus, we don't use fruit juices in our smoothies, and many places will actually add like a fruit juice, but we use real fruit, so we just start with a bit of water.
Ah.
Yeah, to help it blend, actually. If you just throw a whole bunch of fruit in, you're going to have it really
pretty thick.
And everybody here wants a try for this smoothie,
Yeah,
so I
you
hope
know
I
what?
get enough.
That first one looks so good. People, I see everybody's like, make lots, make
I'm
lots.
going to try to fill the blender.
Okay, all right, all
Can't do
right.
more than that. So anyways, we're going to start with the apple, and then I'm going to add in some bananas. Now, bananas add lots of sweetness, so you do not need to add a sweetener to this.
Wow.
And like Biff had said, you can add whatever fruit you want. It depends on what you like. We've got some mangoes.
Nice.
Mangoes are great. Yeah,
Everybody
I love mangoes. And now we're going to add our spinach. So you can add kale. Kale is really good.
Yeah.
Swiss chard, green Swiss chard is excellent in
Really?
a green smoothie. Yes, it's one of my favorites.
I hear our director loves bok choy.
Bok choy, you know, I don't know. It's green. We could try it.
Yeah. I know Todd
Might be
Jones
something
loves
that's
it.
good. Ginger, we're adding ginger. Ginger, another thing that's really good. Gives you a kick. This is a good morning smoothie. And you got some lemon juice.
Wow.
Yes, it's a very, kind of wakes you up in the morning. This is what I started.
I can
when
smell
I
the ginger.
started with
Yeah.
green smoothies, was this living green. That was
You
my
started
thing.
with it.
Yeah, when I decided to bring them into my diet, right?
All right.
My first smoothie.
Okay, we're not.
You want me to blend?
Yeah, let's
It's gonna be
blend her
loud,
up.
so we
All
won't be
right.
able to. Okay.
Here it goes.
Oops.
Oh, and it's turning green.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It has a really nice.
Yeah.
Slow. It's a little slow.
Oh, it looks like it's mixing it really good.
I think it's going to mix it good.
All right.
Yeah. The nice thing about this is that our fruit, we usually use really frozen fruit, but right now it's melted a bit, so it's blending much easier.
Gotcha.
But I would suggest melted frozen fruit for sure.
Okay,
at
why
home.
is
It helps
that?
it because then it's cold.
Okay.
Yeah, then you're not drinking a warm smoothie.
That makes
especially
perfect
if you're using a
sense.
green smoothie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so this is our green smoothie. As you can see, the color is beautiful,
It
and the
smells
smell
really
is so
good.
refreshing.
It doesn't
Yeah.
smell like spinach.
No, it doesn't.
No,
No, we're not
not
going
at
to be
all.
able to taste much of this.
No.
Much of the spinach.
All right, so we should try this, shouldn't we?
You want to try a
I
little
would
bit
lo-
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, well, with the spinach,
gotta
I'm
try
curious.
it. Yeah. Have you had a green smoothie before?
Never. Never.
Okay.
And oh, that's probably lots. That's awesome. No, it does look good. It's actually the bananas scared me more than anything, but the first I didn't taste it in the first one.
You might taste bananas this time.
It's not bad. It's actually really good.
Don't-
It's
yeah, it's gotta be
actually
better
really
than
good.
not bad.
You know what?
Come
It's
on.
really good. Yeah, no, it's really good. In fact, I could actually drink this whole thing. I wasn't sure. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're somebody who doesn't like bananas, don't put bananas in it, right? Pineapple
right.
might be
Actually, I
really
don't-
good in it. Pineapple and mango.
It's about the, yeah, I don't really even taste much of the, I think it's, like you say, it's not too sweet.
Yeah.
It's great. So incorporating this into my diet would be a good way to start the day.
Yes, it's a great way. It's like having a salad in the morning, if you think about it. It's got the water, it's got a lot of greens, and you can start with less greens. You don't have to add as much as I did.
This is good.
right?
I was skeptical. This is actually really
Yeah.
good. You don't taste the spinach at all.
No.
No, it's
and
really good.
if you're doing it for kids, put it in a colored cup because sometimes they're a little turned off by green. Or
Yeah.
give it a really cool name like
Yeah.
a Green Monster smoothie or something.
Now you were saying that you know this is one way to make this in the morning, but when
Yes.
you're out and about all day, how can you incorporate kind of raw foods into your diet a little bit more, and what is the importance of that?
Well, one thing you can do about these smoothies is I usually make two, and you can put them in mason jars and you can put some ice in it and take that with you.
put it in the fridge at work or whatever. You can make your smoothies in the morning and carry them with you throughout the day.
Oh, there you
And of course, then a big salad at lunch, right, is a great way. Always have greens or salad or something in your day, as well as having a smoothie, and that'll make a huge difference. You're going to notice your energy levels are better, and also you won't get those cravings anymore.
Awesome. And people can always stop by Rawmbus and get
Absolutely.
it ready made
That's
for
the
them.
fastest thing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much for coming here,
Thank you
Diana.
for
Our
having
time
us.
has flown right by. I just want to thank all of our guests for coming today, and as well as all of our volunteers, because this is primarily run as a volunteer production, and so there's always room for more volunteers here on Shaw TV. We have time for one last song from Gerry Barnum. I'm going to throw things over to him.
Too many steps in the wrong direction. Too much time spent on once upon a time. I'm tired and dizzy going round and round, and I feel like walking in a straight line. One little step into the burning ground, light your soul again. One more from the foot behind, to believe you're in, so step on in. Take a look across some borders. Coast is clear, everything in order. Right now it's king, right now it's king. You're in love and everything. Take another little step into the burning ground, light your soul again. One more from the foot behind, to believe you're in, so step on in. On deck, it's your game. Your heart's in, your thoughts are trained. You lead in, you play ball. You're up, just start swinging again. Step on in. Suck it up, make amends over and over. Get back up, step on in, over and over. Over and over and over again. Step on in, just step on in. Come on and step on in. Step on in. All right, go. Cheers.